Alrighty, we are live. Welcome to the Tropical Storm. This is a new season for the Topeka Tropics, and these three fine gentlemen in the newest league that we have, which we have Coach Brandon from Carolina. We have quarterback Matthew Iam from the Idaho Horsemen, and we have the defensive back who has played for the Solano Liberty, the North Texas Bulls, the Topeka Tropics, and now the newest franchise, the Colorado Spartans, Dwayne the Ballhawk Atra. Alrighty, Coach, what is the one thing you guys are wanting to expect on the season and in this new league with all these new teams?
Well, first off, thanks for having me on. What's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well, getting ready for Thanksgiving. What is the one thing that we expect? Well, look, I think we want competition, right? I think ultimately everybody wants to compete. No matter what team guys are on, I know that this is an opportunity for guys to showcase their talents. I mean, that's part of my mission. Is in addition to obviously winning, is giving the guys on my team an opportunity to showcase their talent so that they can move to other leagues or move to higher levels, right? So I think that's the expectation. But I mean, in Carolina specifically, the expectation is to win. That's why we play the game, and I'm sure Matthew and Dwayne are going to say the same thing, right? Nobody plays to lose this game, so we want to win, we want to compete, we want to play hard, and I want to give these guys opportunities to pursue their dream by building up film that they can use to gravitate to the next level.
Yes, sir. Matthew, what was your main choice on joining Idaho?
So I played them for the last 2 years, and the head coach Chris. We've been kind of getting closer relationship over the years, and we sat down and talked over the off season and kind of just pulled the trigger. I mean, Idaho is a great organization. I don't see why anybody wouldn't want to play for them. And I think just the fan base and everything is just electric in Idaho, and I'd just always wanted to be a part of it, and we got the deal done, and now I'm here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Ballhawk, Dwayne.
How's it going, boss?
I know you have so many rings on those fingers for winning championships. With you winning multiple with North Texas, winning one with Salina, and multiple teams that you played for. Are you wanting to win one with Colorado this upcoming season?
Well, one thing about just playing as long as I played, I had to come to realize, like, since I left home in 2008, every state that has been my home state for 5 or more years, in my tenure, I have won a championship in that state professionally, and that is Texas, that is Kansas, and so with multiple rings outside of professional in Colorado, it's only right to stamp and solidify my career even more with bringing that back home to Colorado.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is a question for all three of you guys. What is the one arena you guys are ready to play for and show up for?
Man, I've seen a lot of things. I like Carolina. Honestly, like just seeing like their whole makeup, like I like that. I played in Sioux City, been there in Topeka, so it's like going out there to the Cobras. It's like, no, I want to see that atmosphere, and let alone with them, coming off the championship. That's going to be definitely something big.
Yes, sir.
And me, I would have to say Carolina too, for real. One of my buddies, David Brown, was signed there. and so that I played with last year, and so I think that'd be a good experience and just a good moment for us both to come together after kind of leveling up in leagues with the arena. And I think it's just going to be overall a good game. I've seen what Carolina's been doing and stuff like that, and David's been telling me some stuff about how he's enjoying it out there. So I think that's the game I'm looking forward to for real.
Well, that's a lot of pressure, guys. David's a good guy, Matt. I'm excited to have him. He's a good young player that I think has a bright future ahead of him. I'm excited to go to both of these guys' locations. Idaho's the first game on our schedule. I've had multiple opportunities to travel to Idaho and have not done it. So this is going to be my first time going there. And I agree with what Matt said about the franchise in itself. I agree. I can't see why anybody wouldn't want to play in Idaho. Their track record precedes itself. It's a good organization, good coaching staff, good ownership. They do the right thing out there. And then as far as Dwayne in Colorado, I can't tell you how much I enjoy coaching against Fred Shaw. Win or lose, that is going to be a fun and exciting and competitive game. I always know Coach Shaw is going to bring it, right? So you do not go into a game against Coach Shaw lightly. So I'm sure, expansion team or not, he's going to have those guys ready. I actually think that our game in Colorado is the last game of the regular season.
Yeah. So that's going to be, that's going to be an epic one. Even with understanding, I'm pretty sure, Colorado is going to, hold their thing down. Carolina definitely going to be, one of those top runners going into the playoffs, championship. So, those last regular season games, like, they're definitive games.
Absolutely.
Definitely in agreement with you.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun season, I think, for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. I know with the Topeka roster and everyone's rosters that I have seen, everyone's rosters look very strong, very competitive. With seeing Ballhawk and Billy Perry joining each other's sides for the second year in a row, from them going to Topeka to Colorado. I am ready to see Ballhawk do a thing with Billy Perry. Then watching highlights from Colorado, or not Colorado, but Carolina, and watching highlights from Idaho. What is the one thing you are expecting when you guys play Topeka?
Even with playing there last year, you've seen that. Everybody throughout the league seen that. Topeka is definitely not a team to sleep on, let alone organizational players. When you put those guys together, I really do see, from the coaching staff, and just professionalism as those players. Like, man, like they are not sleepers. Even with the teams that were in the championship this past year, Topeka, like those games were, hit or miss, honestly. So definitely Topeka is, I don't care who would speak against Topeka. Topeka is not a team to sleep on or to take lightly whatsoever. So definitely they are to be respected and shit, come ready. I expect nothing but their best, honestly.
Yes, sir. With the fan bases, I know I've asked Coach and Ballhawk on what are the welcoming fan bases they have had. Coach has said, of course, his team that he is part of, the Carolina Cobras, which I do want to make that trip down there this year, but I may have to wait a couple years for that. Colorado is a trip I will be making, no matter what, even if I have to get to Iowa and go to Colorado next week. Idaho, on the other hand, I know Topeka doesn't play them here in Topeka, or I think they play them here in Topeka. I think Idaho comes down. Idaho, I do want to see Napa Valley. What is the one, for Matthew, what is the one fan base that you're willing and ready to play in front of in the NAL?
I would say Idaho. I'm gonna have to stick with the home team. I've had to travel there multiple times. I also played Idaho in the championship last year in Idaho, and they never back down. I think that's one of the things that really do kind of keep them in the games and kind of inspire them to do great things. And I'll tell you, it's tough to play in Idaho. I would tell you that it is a tough place to play in with all the I told you it's electric. It is electric, and Idaho's going to come at you, and the fans will come at you too. That's all I can say too is that it is a very electric arena, and the fans are nothing to play with out there.
Yes, sir. I know Ballhawk has said Sioux City was the most welcoming in the NAL and when he was with them in the CIF. Um, with Sioux City coming into the league, what is the one uh, thing you're going to want to do against Sioux City and Topeka when you're here and on the road?
That's that's uh it's funny you say that because honestly when it comes to Topeka, I stand on making them feel everything that they put me through. That simple. And then when it comes to Sioux City, like it's such genuine love and respect there. I can't do anything besides just be that, athlete and ball hawk. Um, and I expect the fans to genuinely love and respect, just the game for what it is, when it comes to professional arena football, because that's what Sioux City has always taught me. Um, it didn't matter about being a player for the home team or an opponent, they respect athletes, they respect genuine, like, go getters in general. So, that's why it's like it's different when it comes to Sioux City and Topeka. Like Sioux City, I would go there and expect nothing more than just the warm welcoming of just being that athlete and playing in their atmosphere. And then in Topeka, I have nothing more than to make them respect and remember why you sought after me, and you have
Yeah,
to pay for that L that you basically put us through.
yes,
I
sir.
think Topeka, you'd asked before, what our thoughts on Topeka were. Well, I know Topeka had good athletes because I signed somebody that played at Topeka. Kevin Simmons played at Topeka, so I know what I'm getting from there. I think for me, we're members of the NAL. We're the senior members of the NAL because we were here before these teams came in, but most of the teams, if not all of them, are new teams, right? So these are new venues for me and some of my players. I'm excited about going to Omaha. I have to believe that a team that did what they did last season has a pretty rowdy fan base. I don't expect to be welcomed nicely anywhere we go, and that's okay. I want to play in excited environments that believe in their home teams. That motivates me, right? I don't want to play in quiet arenas. I want everybody to succeed, fill the stands. It's unfortunately, Carolina's going to have to win some games in some places y'all don't want us to win games, but we can talk about that later.
Yes, sir. Um, I know you guys just came off of a championship run going against, I believe it was Jacksonville before they went to the AFL. No, IFL. What is one thing you guys are wanting to work on this season to go back to the NAL championship game?
Well, I didn't know you were going to bring that up. Had you told me to bring that up, I might have not gotten on the show. No, I'm just kidding. Um, you know, guys, I think for me, what I want us to work on, and this is not just related to the championship game, but some of our losses last season. We just have to finish. I think when you're up on a team, two touchdowns at halftime. You got to do what's necessary to close the deal, right? You don't want to play, uh, reserved, right? Because when you play reserve, what's that old saying? If you play prevent defense, it prevents you from winning. I'm not saying that's what we did. I just think we got a little tight. It was a championship game, and we just got to make sure we finish. So everything we do this season is going to be about finishing what we start from beginning to end.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This just popped up in my head. If the NAL as a new franchise or franchisees, what cities would you like to see them bring in?
Ones that I can drive to.
Driving distance.
Yes,
That travel
driving
ain't no
distance.
joke. That travel ain't no joke. So I'm backing coach on that one, man. Driving distance, man. We already got the league for them. Like, man, hey, keep some teams in the league. Keep some teams, in some of these places that's 2, 3, 4 hours away. So we can drive there within the day and chill, relax as a professional, as an athlete. You feel me? And then come into the next day, with your mind and your legs under you instead of, taking these 10, 12-hour trips, the day of the game. Like, nah, that ain't it. Not it.
Yes. I know with Thanksgiving coming up, what is y'all's favorite meals on Thanksgiving?
I mean, I'd have to say the yams that my mom be cooking up.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to say the yams for real.
I'm going with yams too, Matt. I think
Hey,
that's
look,
the way
the
to
boys
go.
hit
Yes,
candy
okay,
yams.
coach. Okay, coach.
All right. Hey, so they did the yams, so I'm gonna go with the good greens, the good greens. As long as we got some good greens the right way, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and take mine. You hear me?
There you go.
That's sometimes a part of the meal that some people really don't even be bringing to the plate. Like, come on, man, what's up with the greens? Yeah. Like, don't nobody know how to cook the greens with the yams? Like, come on. Like, so we on the same page. I like that he said that for real.
Also, Dwayne, I do want to congratulate you on your new baby boy.
Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Yes, sir.
With this being said, I am gonna say this. I think the league's gonna make the AFL, IFL, every league in the arena, professional leagues, pay for what they have done with not bringing some of these teams in. The NAL is going to be the most entertaining league. Watching Colorado is going to do what they're going to do. Watching Idaho, Carolina, of course, your old teams, Sioux City, Topeka, and North Texas.
That's what I'm like. That's crazy because it's like I won the damn championship with North Texas, so it's like and that's the first game of the season. So it's like, man, going back home to Texas. To play back home in Texas, and the like they seen me was 21. So
I know with Topeka for you, Dwayne. Some of us are one of your biggest fans, watching you come from Sioux City to Salina, from I believe Dodge. I think it was the DC Law at
Dodge
one point.
Yes,
I think you're going to have a warm welcome coming back. I know the way you're wanting to play against Topeka, you're going to give Topeka the worst day of their life.
Definitely, and there's nothing more than that. Like, I plan on, giving them everything that they ask for when it comes to the fans and the organization, for even, giving me that opportunity to come and be that professional in Topeka. I plan on, still, being that genuine ball hawk, like that genuine man and entity to those genuine fans. Like, I still get those DMs. I still get those conversations, like, even from you, even though, we separated. And so that's why genuinely, like, that love will always be there. When it comes to, kickoff, the fans ain't got nothing to do with what's going on the field. So we got to pay homage to that. So it's like I have to learn, like, love, genuinely give back. And when it comes to this game, put out there and give everything till you have nothing left on that field. So I think on both parties, it's gonna be exactly what we were waiting for.
Yes, sir. I know with all three of y'all are going to give the league hell. I'm already going to call it the best defensive back in the NAL for the year would be Ball Hawk. Best quarterback and best coach is either going to be Coach Brandon or Coach Carey. And with quarterback is either going to be Josh Holland, Taven Harmon, or Matthew.
And don't forget about Tommy. Got to remember
Tommy
Tom.
Armstrong. That is
Hey,
true. Tommy Armstrong
yes,
out of Nebraska.
yeah. So that's why it's like as a defensive back, like you definitely like with the coach, like coach up there and Carolina knowing what he's bringing to the table. Shit, Matthew, him being a own quarterback in his own entity, and just knowing like no, like gonna have to definitely be on P's and Q's and be ready. So it's not a slouch league. It's not something to be taken lightly. And I'm pretty sure everybody's coming to, not ask for their respect, but demand their respect in the way that they're going to be putting the pen, to the pad this coming year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. With also, there's going to be a couple kickers. I haven't seen if Topeka or anyone else has gotten a kicker. The only kicker I have seen that has gotten signed has been Billy Perry, which met him, one of my favorite TikTok dads. Can't say anything bad about him. One of the best guys to be around.
Definitely a mentor in his own, father and a great professional. And I've even learned, with playing with them past year, just having those conversations just as a man and as a father and professional, how to have that, relationship with them and learn. You're definitely somebody to learn from.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. With Idaho, I believe they have won multiple championships other than having Oregon played against them before, which is Matthew's former team when they were with I believe it was AWSC, the American West Football Conference.
Yes, sir.
What was it like playing in the AWSC with everyone that was in that league, even with the Tri-City Rush?
And so when I joined that league, I was only 20 years old. And so my first year, that's when the Tri-City Rush was there. My first time ever playing Idaho was during that season, and it was definitely a big jump from the high school level since I didn't get any collegiate opportunities to forward my football career that way. And I mean, I think it's helped me out really, really much to get that repetition, to kind of level my game up a lot more and kind of prepare me for this opportunity. But I mean, it's been a blessing. The experience that I gained from that league is unbearable. Like I can't explain or even put a touch of emotion of how that league has meant to me. But it was definitely a long, hard-fought journey to where I got to today through that league, though. So I will say that about that.
Yes, sir. I know with Coach, I know he's probably been watching highlights from each team, even though Colorado hasn't had any highlights pop up. I know he's been constantly watching Idaho, Topeka, Sioux City, Omaha, all their highlights to see how they're going to be and how they're going to play. I know all three of y'all might have been watching all their highlights, even from the games that CIF has posted on YouTube and everything. What is the one player you guys are willing to put on their butt this season?
I mean, I wouldn't really say, single out anybody. That's just not who I am as a player. But I mean, meeting Dwayne, hearing about his reputation over this this chat we're having. You know, I'm always excited to go against new challenges and DBs and like that, and just kind of I love the chess game of the game. You know, throughout the game, and so, you know, studying a defense and hearing about Dwayne, about his nickname and stuff like that, I'm thrilled about going against him and coach, and so I'm just excited about being in the league. To be honest, you know what I mean. I'm can't wait for this journey to start.
Yes, sir.
And definitely just to piggyback, on what he was saying, it's always new challenges going into that new year. And like I said, 3 picks away from 60, like it isn't like I'm not too worried about putting anybody on their ass. Like it's other things, like we're trying to do. So I'm just waiting for the ball to go in the air, to basically, keep stamping, in that part of the career. So it's really just, playing my role and striving to be where I've only played. And that's basically, in that conference championship, and make more history and lead these boys the right way. So it's definitely, like I said, this isn't a year like where I really have like bad blood or really worried about, target practice type shit. So it'll be a year to really just enjoy playing.
I want to thank y'all for coming on the show tonight. Y'all again.
Coach was
I think Coach was trying to say something too.
Yeah, I don't know if it's mic up.
Is it my mic? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think it's your mic, Coach.
No, it's all good. I was just going to tell you guys, look, I don't play it down of football, right? I prepare guys to play. Last thing we want is for anybody to get hurt, right? We want a championship without anybody getting hurt. We want to play hard, we want to play physical, we want to compete, but at the end of the day, I want to dap everybody up and everybody walk off the field healthy. These are 2 really, really good, high character young athletes that I got the pleasure of being on this call with today. So I'm excited to see them in person. They could showcase their talents a little bit against Carolina, but not too much. And that's fine with me. But ultimately, the goal is everybody ends this season as healthy as they started it, right? And so, I just want to tell you guys, Matt and Dwayne, I wish you guys the best. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in person.
Yes, sir.
Great Thanksgivings with your family. Keep training hard. And before you know it, March will be here. And
it'll be here. Yes, sir. Blessings and happy Thanksgiving to you too, Coach.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you, Sean, for having me. I appreciate it.
Definitely.
Yes, sir. I want to thank y'all for coming on the show tonight. I can't wait to see y'all here at Topeka and show what y'all can do.
Definitely. I appreciate it.
No problem. Have a happy Thanksgiving and have a happy New Year. I probably won't have another live for the next couple of months until arena football starts up. So I'll be talking to you guys throughout the month or week until I can get everything up and going. But thank you for coming on the show. Hope y'all have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks, guys.
See y'all boys soon. Thank you.
All right.
Yes, sir.